Now that we're inside the worksheet, it may be important for you to add rows or columns to increase the number of cells that you have to enter data. For example, you can see here in our Southern Division, they've got consistently high sales. It may warrant you to add a Southwest Division. So here, with A5 selected, I'll go up to Insert, Rows, and you'll see everything neatly slide down and insert a brand new series of rows. If I wanted to also add a Northwest Division, I could select the row header. Here it is, row header number 4, which selects all the cells from A4 all the way to the 256th column. So I've selected that entire row for this sheet. And again, Insert, Rows. I can also right-click and choose the Insert function, which is going to presume, because I have an entire row selected, that I want to insert a row. At this time I don't want to insert 2, so I'll just back that up. And here I can type in North, West, and down here, South. Do you see it trying to auto-complete my sentence? That portion of the word South that's in black is Excel's attempt to finish my thought for me. If you're entering repetitive data, this can be a huge help. At this point, if all I wanted was the word South, I could simply hit Enter or tap an arrow and move on. Because I want Southwest, I need to finish the word South, add West, and now if I ever added another title called Southwest, it would autocomplete for me again. Adding columns is exactly the same. If I needed to add a column before B, after A, to put in some new information before I started summarizing my quarterly results, I could simply click on a cell in column A, go to Insert, Columns, or if I select a column header, I can choose column header B, for example, right-click, and choose Insert. And because I have the entire column selected from B1 all the way down to B65,536, it's going to assume that I want to insert a new column because I have that entire area selected. If I want to remove a column, I can do the same thing, selecting the entire column, right-click and say Delete. Or if I select any cell, and because I haven't specified that I want to delete an entire column by choosing the column header, if I select just that cell, I can right-click and choose Delete, and I'm going to have to select whether I want to delete a row or a column, or, as you can see from this dialog box, if I want to shift cells left or shift cells up. I must warn you, though, shifting cells left is going to delete this one cell and move everything else on that row to the left. Now that's going to cause your data to be out of alignment, and maybe some formulas will be broken. If I shift cells up, then I'm deleting B3 and I'm moving everything else in the column up. Right now, because it's blank, that's not a big deal, but if I had data in there, that is going to also cause a problem for the layout of my spreadsheet. So typically, I'm going to delete an entire row, delete an entire column, or simply move my data around within the cells in order to accommodate my aesthetics. I'll delete an entire column and say OK, and there it goes. If I had an entire column selected, there wouldn't even be a choice. It would just assume that I wanted to delete that column and go ahead and do it for me.